What's happening, everybody? Today we're going to do a little experiment to clarify some misconceptions maybe on full frame and crop sensor cameras. So what we're going to do for this test is I've got a 70-200. This is the Tamron G2 version 2.8, and currently it is mounted on a Nikon D500, which is a crop sensor of 1.5 times. Your Nikon crop sensors are 1.5. Canons are a little bit different. But we've got this set up approximately 10 feet from Flash here, who's going to be our model today. And I've also got a pine cone back here set up for purposes of this test. And what we're going to do is I'm going to focus on Flash right between the eyes. I've got it set on 2.8. We're going to run this and the D850 on this lens as well from the exact same location, and I'm going to have the same setting. My settings currently is f2.8, ISO 200, and the shutter speed is 1/4000 to give me the proper exposure. What we're trying to do in this test is, one, see how the crop sensor behaves differently than the full frame. And then we're also going to check to see if the bokeh changes at all. In other words, changing the depth of field. So let me get some quick images with the 500. Then I'm going to get some images at the exact same location with the D850. And then we're going to go to the computer and get on Lightroom and play with it a little bit. Okay, we've got our shots with the 500 and the 850. Same location, same settings at ISO 200, f2.8, and shutter speed of 1/4000. Let's see what we got. So we're back at the house. I've got the images loaded onto the laptop, and I'm going to pull up Lightroom. And basically what we're going to do is take the image from the full sensor, which is the D850, crop it to exactly the same size as the image that's on the D500, and compare the bokeh, see if we have any light loss, and that type thing. Now, before I even pull it up, I'm not going to alter the images in Lightroom other than crop. I'm not going to go into clarity, noise reduction. I'm not going to even hit profiles. In fact, I'm pulled over the JPEG versions rather than RAW so that I don't have to touch anything on it. It's already got the camera settings set. So we'll do that, and let's see what we got. Let's pull up Lightroom. This will take just a second. Okay, let's get the laptop to where it will record. And we're recording, so you're now seeing the screen that I have. We want to pull over. Where's my file? I've got these labeled as 500 and 850. Okay. First thing you're going to notice is the images from the 500 here and here appear larger than the ones from the 850. That's one of the aspects of the crop sensor camera. Alright, so let's see if we can get this approximately the same size. Checking there. Okay, let's go over here. And I took 2 images each time just in case I had something out of focus, but I don't, so all is good. You know, the first thing looking here, throw it into the develop module. The D850, if you look at the light between the 500 and the 850, the lighting appears the same, so the f-stop doesn't really change as far as the amount of light coming in. Again, that's one of the aspects. The crop sensor camera does not magnify. The crop sensor camera crops. Alright, so we've got that. I've got the approximate size of flash there. Let's see if I can crop the 850 to about the same way. Need to crop a little more. What I'm doing is measuring flash comparatively. Alright, so there's the 850 cropped, 500, 850, 500, 850, they're about the same, but let's adjust it just a little bit, trying to get them to the same. Height and everything if I can. Alright, there's the 850 and the 500. They're pretty close, just a little bit of an angle difference. So that gives us a good idea. Now, the 850 here, if we look at these bricks, the one that Flash is standing on there with his foot, let's look at the depth of field. Alright, let's do the same thing with the 500. And again, the brick that he's on there, from there to there. 850 again. The depth of field is really close. So what can we figure out from this? That a crop sensor camera only crops the image down. So I think that that's pretty straightforward. Tell you what, I'm going to even rotate this a little bit to see if I can kind of get the images to almost match exactly. 850, 500. May need to zoom in, or not zoom in, I may need to crop just a tad more on the 850. 500. Alright, let's rotate a tad. 850. 500. I'm going to move the 850 down just a tad. $850. $850. 500. That's I mean, I think you can see there what we're messing with. The 850 looks like it's just a tad darker. It certainly isn't a multiplier. That could just be anything from the way the light is gathered behind this, reflection. You know, who knows, but it's certainly not a stop and a half difference. So we've got that. I'll have these images run and zoom in at the end of the video. If you like this type of stuff, please hit subscribe, hit like, feel free to share, and we'll see you next time. I've got one more test with the 850 and 500 I'm going to run, so be on the lookout for it. Until next time.